There's this hidden conversation happening inside all of us every single day. It's this surprising connection between that physical feeling of being stuck and our own emotional history. It's basically the story of how the very fabric of our bodies holds on to our life experiences.
So, does this sound familiar? That chronic tension in your shoulders that just never seems to quit? Or maybe a nagging pain that doctors can't really explain? Or even just a general sense that your body feels, I don't know, kind of out of tune? Well, you are definitely not alone. It's an incredibly common feeling, and it turns out there's a much deeper story behind it.
You've probably heard this phrase before: the issues are in our tissues. It's such a powerful idea, right? It's this concept that what we usually treat as purely mental or emotional stuff, stress, trauma, it actually has a physical address. It gets stored inside our bodies, in a place we've pretty much ignored until very recently.
Okay, so think about your body like a finely tuned musical instrument. When everything's working together in harmony, it creates this beautiful, coherent symphony. But when it gets bogged down by emotional stress or some kind of physical damage, that harmony just falls apart. It creates what researchers call noise, just this chaotic state that puts your whole system on high alert, stuck in survival mode.
What's so amazing about these signs is how they connect our physical and emotional worlds. Just take a second and see if any of these ring a bell. That chronic pain with no clear cause, or the tension you're always carrying in your jaw or your hips. What about that subconscious habit of holding your breath when you get a stressful email? Maybe you felt kind of disconnected or even totally drained emotionally after just a simple yoga class. These aren't random symptoms, you guys. They are clues that your body is holding on to something.
So, what is this biological fabric where all these issues are physically held? Well, let's meet the main character in our story, the hidden key we've been overlooking for way too long, our fascia.
Fascia is this incredible body-wide web of connective tissue. You know that thin, white, fibrous layer you see on a piece of chicken? That's fascia. But it's not just some passive wrapper. It is a continuous network that weaves through everything, from your skin all the way down to your bones. It is, quite literally, the living fabric of our body. For centuries, we got fascia completely wrong. I mean, in anatomy labs, it was just seen as packing material. The gunky scrape away to get to the important stuff like muscles and organs. But the new science, it reveals something absolutely revolutionary. Fascia is a living, intelligent sensory organ. It's a dynamic communication superhighway that's integrating and sending information to every single cell in your body. And this is where the science completely changes the game. Look at this number. Your fascia contains 6 times more sensory nerve endings than your muscles. Just let that sink in for a second. 6 times. What this means is that our bodies are fundamentally designed to feel first and move second. We don't just have a body, we are living inside a massive sensory organ that is constantly talking to our brain. So how does this incredible sensory system get so disrupted? Well, it really comes down to 2 main states our fascia can be in, and these states are determined almost entirely by our life experiences. In a healthy state, our fascia is hydrated, it's resilient, and it lets our tissues just glide smoothly past each other. It's a state of coherence, where signals and energy flow clearly. But when we experience damage or emotional stress, the fascia becomes dehydrated, rigid, and stuck. This is what creates noise, a total communication breakdown, chaotic signaling, and inflammation. So what's the actual mechanism that causes this big shift from coherence to noise? How does an emotional experience get physically cemented into our tissues? It all comes down to the body's totally natural bracing response. Okay, here's the crucial point. Any kind of trauma, and I mean whether it's breaking a bone, going through a bad breakup, or just dealing with chronic stress, it causes us to instinctively hold our breath. Pain, fear, stress, they all trigger the exact same reaction. The breath is literally the bridge that connects our emotional state directly to our physical body. When we hold our breath, our body automatically tightens up and braces for impact. Now, this isn't a flaw, it's a brilliant protective mechanism. The problem is, this bracing response can get stuck in the on position long after the threat is gone. And that tension, that recoil, gets locked right into the fascial matrix. And the consequences of this stuckness are massive. As you can see here, the impacts are really far-reaching.
When fascia gets all stagnant, it can't clear out waste properly, which can fuel chronic inflammation all over the body. That same widespread stiffness is now being directly linked to things like chronic pain and fatigue. And get this, it can even mess with the signals sent to our immune system, potentially contributing to autoimmune issues. This isn't just about feeling tight, it's a body-wide problem.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty intense. But what's the solution? The beautiful thing is that healing isn't about fighting your body or trying to fix something that's broken. It's about learning to listen and unlocking your body's own innate wisdom to bring itself back into harmony. So here's a simple, actionable practice you can try called the pray practice. It starts with P for pause. Just take a moment and notice where you are. R is for rest. Let your body settle down from all the noise. A is for attune. Tune into any areas of tension and gently adjust yourself for more comfort. And finally, Y is for yield. Allow your body to follow its own impulses. Maybe that's a wiggle, a stretch, or a big sigh. It's all about letting your body take the lead. Now, beyond your own personal practices, there are tons of therapies out there specifically designed to help release this stored tension. You've got things like myofascial release, which is a hands-on therapy, and somatic therapies, which guide you to mindfully release that body-held trauma. Even something as simple as conscious breath work and just drinking more water can make a huge difference in keeping your fascia healthy and resilient. And there's incredible science to back this up. In one study with super stressed employees, one group was just told to relax. The other group got myofascial release on their neck. Now, while both groups' heart rate slowed down, only the fascial release group saw a significant jump in their heart rate variability, or HRV. Think of HRV as a sign of a flexible, adaptable nervous system. The more variability, the better you can handle stress. This is measurable proof that working with the fascia directly calms and strengthens your entire nervous system. So at the end of the day, your body isn't broken. It's not failing you. It has been speaking to you this whole time through sensation, through tension, and through fatigue. It knows how to get back to harmony. So the real question isn't whether your body knows how to heal. The real question is, are you ready to listen?